Melihat kaptırıyor topu. Ali Tanrı'dan çok süratli. Ali orta yapacak. Sert orta. Sert orta.
Welcome everyone to Istanbul, not Constantinople, but Istanbul. We are of course here for the Turkish Cup Final against Fenerbahçe. This is also part of our mini training camp, as the media has dubbed it. And also, as you can see from above me, the weather isn't too great for today's game. In fact, I think it's going to start raining. So, without further ado, let's head on into the stadium and crack on with today's episode. Okay everyone, so before we head on out to pitch side, we have yet another team meeting before today's game. So, Mr. Jason Dodds thinks it would be a good idea to hold a team meeting to give the players some words of encouragement ahead of the upcoming cup fixture. Sorry, cup final. Cup fixture. I think we would get the best reaction if we eased it. Okay, so same effect. He wants us to go and have the same sort of team talk we did in terms of the league. Don't put the pressure on the lads. Tell them it's okay if we lose, because it is, quite frankly. We're missing most of our defence. We have one of our starting back four. So, I'm not expecting a whole lot. I hope you, fine ladies and gents, are not expecting a whole lot. But we are, of course, going to give it our best shot. We are going to hit them with our best shots. Yes, you can quote me on that one. But I'm proud of you all for reaching the final, and whilst we obviously want to win it, there are no grand expectations on us doing so. Enjoy the occasion. So, lads, enjoy it. Everyone's content. It's Friday, Gotta get down on Friday is thrilled, and so is Mr. Shirok. Very happy for Milinkovic as well, and Gierkan is encouraged. That's the attitude we all have to take. We weren't expecting to be in this position. Yeah, exactly. We wasn't expecting to be here, so that's exactly the sort of overall reaction I was after. I'm really pleased with those of you who agree with me, including everyone, basically. So, summary. That has gone down well. As you can see, our morale is amazing. Even the players like Obalor, who literally have not played for about a year, are looking good on theirs. Shirok, weirdly, is quite low on his morale. Same with Milinkovic, but look at all these. Paprika, he's just straight up. That's amazing to see from him. But we need to get on over to the tactical meeting screen, Mr. Jason Doddsland. So I'll see you over there in just a second. Okay everyone, you are used to this place now. We are of course in Jason Dodds Land, the tactical meeting screen. And well, it's another sold out game, yes. 76,092 tickets this time out of 76,092 capacity for this stadium. Very good pitch condition here today in the neutral venue, even though it's in Istanbul. And well, Fenerbahçe is pretty much next to the stadium compared to us, but it's a drizzly 13 degrees Celsius, a breezy day here in Istanbul, not Constantinople, but Istanbul. And, well, Mr. Jason Dodds wants us to go from a positive to a balanced mentality. We're not doing that. We are just going to go for it, quite frankly. We're going for it. We don't have our backline, like I said. There's plenty of youngsters coming onto the bench, as you will see. So, yeah, we're just going to go for the game, quite frankly. I don't care if we lose this one 5-0 or if we win it 5-0. Doesn't make a difference. We won the league. We are the best team in this country, and they can't do anything about it. As for the opposition instructions, though, there is a lot of those, and we will, in fact, take those. So, do that. As you can see, expected tactic is a 4-4-2, but we never pay attention to that because it never makes any sense. So, team selection is as follows. Zubzuk in goal, a back line of the mailman, Gordinho, Miranda and Musin. It's our backups, besides Miranda, but they're not bad backups. Gordinho was in the starting... In fact, all of those players were in the starting lineup, I believe, last season, except for Miranda. So, they're a solid bunch. Just unfortunately, they're not as good as our usual players. In terms of central midfield, again, it's a very similar sort of situation. We've got Shirok alongside Emrehan, with Mehmet moving up into that central attacking midfield role On the left-hand side is Erin. On the right-hand side is Gerkan, and up front is Carranza. Our bench consists of Atabek, the youngster Enver, who we have not seen play, but he's been in the youth team. As you can see, 16 years of age, 1.5 star, very good player, 4, maybe 5 star potential. He's going to be one for the future. Obviously, we're not going to see the progression of some of these players, but it's nice to know that he's there in the team. Same with Aslan. Aslan got a 2 star, 4 star, potentially 5 star going forward. His best position is a defensive mid apparently, but we've got him on as a centre back. Ahmet, of course, the usual suspect, 2 star, 3 star potential. He's not as good as some of these youngsters coming through. Umit is of course on the bench, 2.5 star, 4 star, 5 star potential. We have Volkan, Anol, Yusef, Halit, and Mad making up the rest of the numbers. We're not going to go through them. You've had a look at what they're like. So we're just going to submit the team. So, Mailman is lacking match sharpness. The real question is Ali Akman back? Because Ali Akman was down as doubtful for this one. He wasn't guaranteed to be missing it. So, they might risk him. I wouldn't. I would not risk Ali Akman for the sake of this cup, but they might. They might be out for revenge after the last game. So, who knows what they are going to do on that front. In terms of these two, though, we need to give them some decent numbers. 34 and 35 seem reasonable. I don't like 15 and 17. They're just, I don't know, they're not numbers I like to give my players. They're just weird numbers to me. But that is just me and my quirkiness and numbers I don't like to use. In terms of the tactics, though, we've got 5 players who are liking the team mentality. So that's Zubzuk, Musin Yildirim. I always want to say Yildirim instead of Musin. Mailman, Erin Gullier, and Shirok. Carranza is liking the shake. Miranda is also liking the shape. Not the shake, the shape. We then have Gordinho, who's liking the higher pressing. Volkan's enjoying the higher pressing as well. Carranza doesn't like the passing into space element, but Gordinho likes the tight marking. So let's move on forward and see who we are going to be up against in today's game. They do have plenty of good strikers they can choose from, so we do need to be paying attention to their strikers. I think we're in for a world of hurt, I'll be honest. Like I said, one of our starting back line and our goalkeeper need to keep them out. I believe Zubzuk is on about 305 minutes without conceding, and as anyone who's played this game knows, that means he's probably going to concede. So, as you can see, they have pretty much the same team, I believe, from last time. Stankovic trying to get some revenge. So Ali Akman hasn't managed to be squeezed onto the team. That's some good news. Unfortunately, though, Enis Unal is supposed to be really good, so we've got to keep an eye on him. And yeah, we're going to head to the dressing room. So, I want you to ignore the recent praise, just play your natural game. You know what? Hands on hips, reluctantly facing. No, punch fists. Want to punch fists, and we want... I don't expect anything. The media has given you a lot upon a worthy display of what the media has said in regards to your performances. Now, we have Edik Koskin of the Milliet. We seem to be seeing him quite often, I believe. Well, Matthew, the big game is finally upon us. No, it isn't. We've had the big game. That was the one in the league. But the big game is finally upon us. Can you win the Turkish Cup here today? Probably not, but we'll give it our best. We managed to give ourselves a great platform on which to perform today, and I hope the players do themselves justice because they've been magnificent all season. How do you feel ahead of the second match against Fenerbahçe in quick succession? I'm confident we've got what it takes here. Yeah. I don't know why the yeah bit. I'm just confident. Okay, so 4-2-3-1 against our 4-2-3-1. Can we get anything going? As you can see, the stadium looks a little bit more expanded than the usual stadium. I guess they've decided to fill in the 2 end gaps of this stadium. Oh no, they have a reasonable, solid stadium for us to play in. I doubt there's a roof on it though, so we've still got to deal with the drizzly weather and the breeze, it's going to be awful footballing weather in that regard, but hopefully that plays into our hands. Usually bad weather can be beneficial for the lesser team. We are the lesser team, we are lacking a bunch of our players, and yes, we need to try and get something from somewhere. So Emre Can cannot get the ball. Enis is now coming on the attack for Fenerbahçe down this left-hand side. He plays over to Marcos Leonardo. Leonardo gets a shot off, but as we saw in the previous episode, Leonardo doesn't seem to be able to hit the target. It's weird. He gets his opportunities and then he just doesn't hit the goal. He always seems to get nearer to the corner flag than the goal. This time, he was a bit nearer, hit the side netting, but still didn't get on target. So, Getting Demir, hopefully he can keep it up for the rest of the game. Getting Demir come from the right-hand side, it's gone all the way over to the left-hand side now, and Aaron's made a lovely run inside. He will play it back to the Mailman though. Mailman's bringing it up, plays the ball through to Aaron on this left-hand side. Will he pull it back for the Mailman? No, he's going to try and cross it himself. Nodded away, only as far as the Mailman though. Sharok, Emre Can. Sharok once more gets the ball back to Emre Can. Emre Can tries the ball over to Musin, intercepted, and it's a lovely ball up to Enis. Gordinho though with a beautiful slab tackle. Unfortunately, the referee does not agree with me, and they seem to have a penalty. That seemed a little soft. That definitely seems a little soft. If VAR gives this, thank you VAR. I appreciate that. That was a beautiful slide tackle. The fact we was reviewing that actually is a little disgusting. We are half an hour in without a shot. We've had a little bit more possession and our passing's been okay. And we have not conceded. That's nice. We are going to give the lads some encouragement. We are going to praise them. We're going to praise them like we should. Musin is on a yellow card though in a 6.5. That is a little bit worrying. I might have to bring on one of the youngsters in that position. Emre Can, a little bit tired on that 6.5 in central midfield as well. And Aaron on the left is a little tired on a 6.4. So we do have a couple of players who are struggling. And whilst I'm rambling, Enis just hit the post. So, come on lads, at least get a shot. Please, just get a shot. We need to at least try and get some shots at the other end. I will take this game dragging on and dragging on, but we want to at least try and score some goals. Musin nods it away. Gekan, Mehmet tries the ball over to literally no one because he's gave it straight to their centre-back. And he's played it over to the right-hand side where he will find Ferdi. Ferdi cuts inside, it's pushed away by Zubzuk. Only as far as Enis, and he pokes it into the goal. Zubzuk, that was disappointing. Of all the ways to concede, we concede from this terrible push away. He should have grabbed that, but instead fumbles it away, and we are punished as a result. So, that was pretty much fair reflection on the first half, if you look at it in terms of the match statistics. But the way we gave it away, that was not. That was just awful. But we did manage to get a shot in the end. We had one shot to their 9, one on target to their 3, a 0.04 XG, which I'm not quite sure how a one shot, one on target gets an XG of that, but they had a 1.09, 0 corners to their 3, 6 fouls to 6, 1 yellow card, 0 yellow cards, 90% passing to 85, 56% possession to 44. So let's go encourage the lads. We're going to punch our fists, go out there with no pressure, and you know what? Yeah, do that. Go out there, no pressure lads, just relax. Put your feet up. Go out there, enjoy the second half. I'm going to bring off some players who are playing bad and a little bit tired, like your Errands, who's currently on a 6.1, and Emre Can, who looks like he's going to collapse onto the pitch. So, we are going to bring on Volkan, I guess, would be the best solution there. Enver is going to get a run out in the cup on this right-hand side because he's struggling badly. Youssef is going to go over there. Now, anyone else? We've got a 6.3 out of Carranza. So you know what? Mad, you can come on. And you know what? Let's just go crazy. We'll use our final substitute. So the mailman is struggling. Omit, we're going to give you a bit of match time. You can enjoy this game. And that is our substitutes. We are just going to pray now that we can get something going. So, Mehmet with the interception unfortunately clears it upfield to absolutely no one, and they will collect the ball once more. Mad, unfortunately, is not hunting this down tight enough. Volkan dropping back. Leonardo is running at our defence, and he's poked one through to Ennis for his brace, his 15th goal of the season. And to be honest, I could probably see that one coming. It's a shame. It's a shame we couldn't get the double. It's a shame we couldn't have got the double in terms of the Europa League, but I will take the league. We wasn't expected to win anything this season, and we managed to come away with the league title. We managed to come away with a semi-final in the Europa League, and it looks like we're going to be runners-up in the Turkish Cup. But this penalty could bring us back into it. Come on, if we score this, we're going attacking. That's the plan. If we get a penalty and we score it, okay, step one, we didn't even get the penalty. So, yeah, we're going attacking anyway. We need to go attacking. In fact, we're going very attacking. We need to push on. We need 2 goals if we're going to win. So, let's just go for it. We're going to go all out for this result. Like I said, don't expect a result, but we are going to go for it nevertheless. Sangari will play it back to Settin. Back to Sangari, Settin, 1-2 between those two. Youssef can't get the ball, but Ferdi will. Zakiek, and I'm not even going to try his name again. Quite frankly, Alper. Alper gets it up to Ozan. Ozan, lovely ball up to Leonardo. Leonardo with a through ball to Ennis, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. And he has got himself his hat-trick. Well deserved. I'm not even mad about that one. He has played lovely all game, and that was well deserved on his part. Unfortunately, a few of our players' morale is going to be completely tanked going into the final game of the season, and their condition probably is going to be tanked as well. So, they had to sit through us lifting the league title. Now, we have to sit through them lifting the Turkish Cup. We have the excuse of missing most of our defence, and we are going with that. The weather was against us. Our suspensions were against us. We showed what we could do with a full team in the previous episode. But today, we had to rely on some youngsters and some players just not performing to the standards we expect. And that has meant we've lost today. So, in the end, we had 3 shots to their 13, 1 on target to their 6, 0.25 XG to a 1.64, 4 corners to 4 corners. I can't count. 6 corners to their 4, 13 fouls to their 11, 2 yellow cards to 2 yellow cards, 90% passing to 85, 60% possession to 40 possession. Those are our yellow cards, of course, and those are their 2 yellow cards as well. So, I'm disappointed that we couldn't win the trophy today, especially in the manner that we performed. We should have at least put in a better performance. Engin Tastelin, how do you feel in the immediate wake of such disappointment? We gave it our best shot. I mean, we didn't. I'm proud it wasn't to be, but the future is definitely bright. Just how damaging was it for your team to concede on the brink of half-time like that? I was hoping we could hang on till half-time. That's quite simple. But unfortunately we couldn't, and we managed to give a youngster their professional debut, which is a nice bit of positivity to take out of this fixture. We've also managed to pull an extra £1 million into the bank. I'm going to go over this between the episodes, of course. Collective bonus paid out of 75 grand. We, of course, have the review of the cup, so feel free to pause it if you are interested in looking at that specific page. That is nothing we really care about. And then we have the find some wages for Musin Yildirim. But that concludes today's episode. As you can see, our bank is looking fantastic. We are, of course, going to come back in 3 days' time as we finish the season up against Besiktas, and of course we have the end of season review in that episode as well. So I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely day, and goodbye.